Was under the impression I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing.
Well, who knows? Maybe that's right. So you've laid out a proposition. So what are we going to do about that? And the answer is, we don't know exactly. But we could certainly bloody well start from the presupposition that it's possible that you're right. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Shall we? Okay, I'm not everything that I could be. And I know it. That's for sure. And then you may ask yourself, well, who am I exactly? Well, good luck trying to figure that one out, bucko. Matthew 7:16 says, by their fruits they will be known. And I think that's the right way to look at it. So let's take a look at what I have done. Let's take a look at my fruits. Well, I was a professor at Harvard back in the 90s, before Harvard was taken over by bloody postmodern neo-Marxists and transformed into what would you call it? An expensive indoctrination center that only produces ideologically possessed activists. I think that's about right. I had a successful clinical practice. I've treated hundreds and hundreds of people and helped them overcome difficulties that would give the average person second-hand trauma if they even knew a fraction of the horrific details that I was exposed to. Stuff you just bloody well can't believe. My academic papers have amassed more than 5,000 citations, making me one of the most cited clinical psychologists of all time. So there's that. I've had several books published. 12 Rules for Life sold more than 10 million copies, which is not bad. Okay, it wasn't 100 million, but not everybody sells 10 million copies of their book. Really? I'm serious about that. I've toured the world and have spoken to hundreds of thousands of people in hundreds of cities in dozens of different countries. It's a bloody miracle. I've lost count of the number of people who have come up to me on the street and thanked me for helping them, for having a positive impact on their lives. I've rubbed shoulders with some of the world's most intelligent, successful, and influential people. I created an online university so that people could obtain a proper, traditional Western education for a fraction of the price that they would otherwise be charged at traditional brick-and-mortar universities, which, as far as I can tell, are essentially lost by this point. I married the woman that I loved and raised an amazing family. My wife and children have gone through unbelievable battles that you can't even begin to imagine. And they overcame those challenges because they're strong and they've sorted themselves out, as they should. So anyway, what does all that mean? Well, am I, as you suggested, really quite nothing? Maybe. But you know, everything's relative. We should compare ourselves to who we were yesterday, not to who someone is today. I think that's about right. But let's just say, hypothetically, if I were to compare myself to you, if I truly am nothing, what does that bloody well make you, bucko? Oh, and it's also worth mentioning, when I was young, I was able to bench press 225 pounds. So, I guess that's that.